How you guys doing? Today I want to talk to you about, I just got done watching the Y'all State National Convention for 2013, and they had a panel of some senators, and there's some things said that uh, talking about these senators were talking about the liberty movement and stuff, and I really like all three of these senators, but there was some things said that I think need to be addressed, especially being part of the liberty movement. What it drew me to the liberty movement was it was a philosophically based movement, and there was a couple of things that were said by by these senators, and I don't want to personally attack any of these senators. I just want to make that clear because I personally um, admire all three of these senators and the work that they've done. So I don't want to personally attack any of them, but I do want to set the record straight because we still do have the First Amendment as of now in this country, and I intend on using my First Amendment rights. So let's get to it. First off, I want to say that uh, Ben Franklin Ben Franklin had this quote, and he said that those who would trade essential liberty for security shall have and deserve neither. So, with that quote being said, there was a topic that was addressed where somebody said that if we have reasonable suspicion of a terrorist being or terrorist activities or whatever, not even activities, but somebody being a terrorist or whatever, that the government should act. Um, my only problem with this is I'm not against getting terrorists. I want to make that clear, but my only problem is who deems them a terrorist. Right now, the Obama administration has a kill list, and they have I think it's called Terror Tuesdays or something like that, where every Tuesday Obama and his cabinet members meet and they go through a list of all the top terrorists in the world, supposedly, and they check off and mark off people who should be assassinated. And this completely goes against the rule of law, because in the rule of law, a suspect is supposed to be judged by a jury of its peers, of his or her peers. Now, who is to deem, who is to if this person never sees a jury, um, how can they be executed if they're never been convicted of a crime or anything? I mean, I thought we had a Fourth Amendment. I thought you had a right to face your accuser. I thought you had a right to a speedy trial. I thought you had a right to a lawyer. I thought you had a right to a phone call. I thought you had a right for right to not be indefinitely detained. I thought you had a right to know your charges. All these rights get usurped when you say that the government can just act if they have any suspicion of anybody. I mean, that's the opposite of a free society. It's the opposite of liberty. Um, Anyways, that was just one little snippet that I had to put out there. Yeah. And what happened to guilty and what happened to innocent until proven guilty? By this notion that you can just do anything, that the government can do anything it wants to for anybody that it suspects of doing anything. Um, what that does is this notion. It just says that, oh, you're guilty until you're proven innocent. Um, it's like oh, the NSA can wiretap your phones because you're guilty until proven innocent, or uh, the FBI can issue its own search warrants via the Patriot Act, or national security letters. All these things are work off the notion that you're guilty until proven innocent. And I thought in this country you were innocent until proven guilty. Oh, and then Social Security was also addressed. Now, Social Security, I think with the most people my age that actually think about the money that they're paying in Social Security and stuff like that. Most people my age don't think that Social Security is going to be there for them when we retire. I damn sure don't think it's going to be there for us or for me when I'm retired. And I'm 27 right now. That's 40-something years before I can retire. 40 years, and we're at $17 trillion right now in debt that's on the books. That doesn't include Fannie and Freddie, which are off the books, which we are already still on the hook to pay for. So really the national debt's close to like 60 trillion, not no 17 trillion that they like to say it is. But yeah, I don't think Social Security is going to be there for me. The Social Security fund's been robbed many times. They've taken money out of the Social Security fund to pay for other things, to pay for war and all these other things. Yeah, so I don't think Social Security is going to be there for me. It's not going to happen. Sorry. Oh, and they also there was a Supreme Court case that basically said that the reason why the federal government can take Social Security is because it's a tax. Now, taxation is theft. I have the right to keep the fruits of my labor. You don't have, the government doesn't have the right to tax me to supposedly save for me, where my savings in this trust fund gets robbed to pay for wars that I didn't vote for or that I didn't have no part of. But you're going to tax me, and you're going to steal from me, you're going to steal the fruits of my labor to pay for these wars and stuff that I had no part of. I don't think that's right either. And these are some of the philosophical principles that I think the liberty movement should stay on. And I think we can move forward and we can grow the party a whole lot better than sticking with the old status quo of national security and big money spending, military industrial complex, prison industrial complex, and all these different things that we're spending a whole lot of money on that typically neocons like to defend. So don't get caught in that trap. Yeah, peace.